I think for me, to be a trainer and assessor, I always actually wanted to be a primary school teacher. And then after being in childcare for so long, I decided that I liked what I was doing. I have a lot of knowledge on the industry that I'm already in, so I don't want to change to a different industry, but I still wanted to teach. So I guess it just made sense to become a teacher for adults instead of children but staying in the same industry. We spend a lot of time as trainers, we spend a lot of time with the students during their course, and confidence is a huge aspect to this course as well. So if we can help develop their confidence throughout the duration of their course, that's going to help them with becoming job ready. And I think the second aspect would be that we find them placement centres. We have some pretty good relationships with centres around the area. So we know which centres suit which students, and which is another reason why it's really good for us to get to know the students and build them relationships, so we know where they will fit in the best and what kind of experiences that they need. But I think mostly the confidence. Well, funny story. When I first decided to work in childcare, I jumped on the internet and I checked out who was training childcare at the time, and I found this amazing little company called EIM, they were training in Robina at the time. And I thought, you know what, this sounds perfect, and I signed up to do a qualification with EIM training. So I actually got my qualification through EIM. And because of that, I added EIM to social media while I was a student with them. And then a good 8 years later, after I had already decided that I was going to work as a trainer and assessor, and I had already started looking into finding jobs, this little ad pops up on my Facebook page from EIM wanting a new trainer. So I thought, I'll just send them an email and see what happens. So I sent an email through saying that I was interested and sent my resume, and within half an hour I get a phone call saying, hey, do you want to come in for an interview? So the very next morning I come in for an interview, and then I left and I thought, well, I've got the rest of the day off work, so I'll go and do some shopping. I didn't even make it to the shops before I got a phone call from the CEO of the company asking me to come and work with them and start on Monday. It was all because I was a student. I had EIM on social media, and they just happened to need somebody right at the same time that I was looking at changing